Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Daisy Deb Crafts. It is Deborah, and let me show you what we are going to make today. These cute little notebooks. Oh my goodness. They're made from candy boxes, and they are just so cute. So let's get to work. What you will need is, of course, a candy box. I have several here. Okay, we're going to use the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Okay, you will need 32 pieces of paper. You could use your scrap paper for this. You can use all white paper. You can use index cards, whatever you want, as long as it measures 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay, you need something that size. Okay, all right, you need that, and then you're going to need your chipboard, or 110-pound paper cut down to 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. You will need a trimmer. You will need a cinch wire and a cinch machine. You can use your mini. I just don't know how the settings for the mini yet. Okay, and then you're going to need glue. I'm using Barely Art glue. Okay, all right. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and cut all our paper and our chipboard down to 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay, this one's already cut, so I'm going to put that aside. So I'm going to go to 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. I'm just going to show you a couple of things. You're going to have a big pile of scraps, guys. Sorry about that, but you can cut 2 things at a time. On this trimmer I can anyway. Let me do that. I hope everyone's having a great day. Anyway, so 5 3/4. I'm going to cut a few of them on camera, and then I'm going to take you off camera and go ahead and cut everything, and you can do the same with yours if you're following along. Okay, give me just a second. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put you on pause. Okay, I've cut everything down to 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So that's ready to go. I did cut down my chipboard, right? Yep. Okay. Then let's work on the candy box. Okay, so the candy box, let me back you out a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, and I know we have a pile of scraps. We'll figure out what we're going to do with that later on. But anyway, the candy box, we're going to go ahead and carefully take it apart. You're going to need your trimmer for this, okay? I'm going to carefully take it apart, and let me see real quick. I did buy this at the Dollar Tree, if you're wondering where to pick these up. I know some of them are at Dollar General, and they're $1, but I don't think it's this one. And I don't remember, guys. Okay, so I've taken it apart, and the first thing I'm going to do is cut the sides. So I'm going to go ahead and line it up in that channel, and it's real easy, guys. You want to go ahead and save this in case you want to use it to decorate something. I don't know. It does say Rudolph. You can cut that off and use it in your journal. I mean your notebook if you want. This isn't a journal. It's a notebook for sure. So I'm lining it up here and lining it up down here and just cutting that off. You can save that Rudolph. This other can go in your recycling. Okay. Then the top, this other side, we're going to go ahead and cut that off. You want to save that. I save it anyway. I didn't end up using it, but you know, you may want to. And then this bottom. Okay. Now, we already know our measurements are 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So we're going to go ahead and put this on the 3 3/4 mark. Cut that off. There's your cover. And it should measure 5 3/4. Or very close to it. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to cut this off, and you can save that portion. Okay. All right. Put those aside for right now. The measurements may be a little off, but we're going to work on our covers first. We'll need the chipboard and our 2 sheets of paper that are going to go on the other side. I'm not going to use my double-sided paper for that. Let me see what I'm going to use. I'm going to use these like that. Okay. And then for this one, I actually put this on the inside cover, and then the chipboard, and then what is going to be your back cover. Let me see real quick. That will look good. I'm going to put this on the back cover. Okay, so get your glue out. We're going to glue these. And all I'm going to do is put glue on the back of the front cover. There you go, all that nice glue, and put the chipboard or 110-pound cardstock on that, or whatever you use, and line it up. Ooh, this box is a little short. Make sure you measure your boxes, because you may want to start out with your box first so you can gain your get your measurement for the pages, because this one's a little short, guys, and I bet they're all a little different. Sorry, I wasn't on camera. I changed the setup on my desk, so it's a little different. Okay, make sure we're good. So guys, measure your box first. Take your box apart first. That's what you should do, so you can get an accurate measurement of what your pages should be. This one's a little bit smaller, unfortunately, but you know, it's still going to be cute. It's just a little notebook. And a, you know, recycled notebook, because you're using the paper. So you could, if you wanted to make a bunch of these for like a craft fair, that would be fun. And put coloring pages in it and stuff like that for a little kid. Add 4 colors to it. That would be cute. Super cute. But, you know, ask your neighbors or anyone that eats a lot of candy to save these boxes for you, and you'll be good to go to make a bunch of little cute albums. I know there's so many Etsy sellers that sell this type of stuff, and they make some cute little notebooks with these, and little, you know, mini albums and all kinds of stuff with candy box covers and stuff. So this is going to be my inside, and I could trim this afterwards, and I will trim afterwards. Okay. All right, let's get started. So I cut down my ring to 6 rings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. I'm going to give you some measurements for your slider based on the measurements for this. Okay. Give me just a moment. Here's what your cinch slider would be set at 1 1/16. You're going to push 1 through 6 and pull 7 through 12. Okay? Go ahead and do a screenshot. 1 1/16, push 1 through 6 and pull 7 through 12. Okay. You show you my machine real quick. And it's definitely set that way. Get the handle out of the way. So that first tick line, the first line after 1 inch is 1 1/16, and you would just adjust this over. Okay, so this should be perfect. So that's my back cover. I'm going to punch it first. I'm only going to punch a few things and show you. Okay, here's the front cover. I'm going to line it up, make sure it's all the way to the back. Okay. Then these, I take a few pages at a time. Go ahead and put them all the way to the back of the machine. Okay. So I'm going to take this off camera, and you go ahead and finish yours, and we'll be right back. Okay, I punched everything. I rearranged all my pages, so I have the back cover first. Okay, back cover, front cover, and then all my pages the way I want them. Okay, so if you haven't organized your pages, go ahead and do that. I am going to go ahead and pull my cinch over here and put my wire on the little holder. Let me get this out of the way real quick. And then I'm going to go ahead and put all my pages. All my pages are really lined up very well, so I'm able to put them all on at one time. Guys, if you want your notebook to be chunkier because you're going to add stuff to it, you need to use a bigger ring, at least a 9/16 or a 1 inch. I just want this to be a notebook, and I am going to only use the 5/8 or 0.625. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, and the way you want to make sure this wire and this wire touches the back of the machine before, and then I let it rest all the way down, and I make sure that it's touching the back of the machine, and I go ahead and crunch, and you should be able to get a perfect wire. So there you go. There's your notebook. We're going to go ahead and do a quick flip through of it, and it is cute. If you need to trim the pages, the end of the pages, you can do that. I'm going to leave it as is. But guys, you can do a December daily if you want. You can add pictures. You can do whatever you want. This is scrapbook paper, so it's acid-free, lignin-free, all that stuff. You can decorate this any way you want. Okay. Just make sure I showed you to cut the pages first. You need to cut down the box first so you can get the measurement for your pages. And we're just going to do a quick flip through real quick and show you what we made. It's so stinking cute. This back cover, if you want to cover this up, you can go ahead and put a piece of paper there and make a pocket or something. I just thought he was cute like that. Anyway, here's the 3 that I've made so far. I have another frosty to make, and then I have a Mike and Ike, which has smaller. It's smaller. I can't remember the measurements on it, but of course you cut your box down first to find out the measurements for your pages. Don't do what I did. But anyway, I have a few to make. But aren't they cute? Aren't they super cute? Anyway, Dollar Tree, Dollar General has different versions, and I'm sure Walmart and other places have them. Anyway, which one is your favorite? Do you plan on making one? Okay. And, oh, by the way, there's 30 pages in each one, and the two back covers. I mean, the back of the front cover and the back of the back cover. So 32 pages. Get out your scraps and figure, out how to use all that. Now, if you use 6x6 paper, what do you plan on doing with this pile of leftovers? I have to figure that out. I definitely have to figure this out, what I'm going to do with these. I believe die cutting is going to be the way to get rid of all of this, possibly making some embellishments. Anyway, let me know which one is your favorite, and do you plan on making one, and what would you do with the pile of leftover scraps? All right, guys, those are your 3 questions for today. Comment below. All right, bye.